the rule continues. Because this episode of NXT, which was after the Halloween Havoc one, was just shocking. I mean, the whole thing was based around Ricky Saints and Trick Williams fighting. So Trick started in the TV truck, but not, or the TV suite. It seems to be a suite. Oh, and it didn't seem like he did anything. He was just sort of, rousting them out and things, and unhappy. Then he went to see Ricky Saints. He wants a rematch. Ricky Saints came out. They fought. It won't be the only time, folks. Oh no. So he threw Ricky Saints, I think it was. Or was it Ricky Saints threw him? Doesn't really matter, because the whole thing was that it should have been through one of those rigged barricades, but it looked like it was through a curtained off area. So even though he threw him supposedly through the wall, folks, he didn't. He threw him through a curtain. It was bloody awful. Ava was there. I think she came through the curtain. I mean, eventually she said that that there will be a last man standing match in 2 weeks. Oh, it'll be all right, because Ricky Saints is all right at that. Trick's not all right at that, but what is Trick all right at? Being a stooge? Anyway, there were some okay matches this week, but your main match was Kalani Jordan versus Jordan Grace for the TNA Knockouts Championship. It must have been like deja vu. If you want to say all over again, you can, but that's just tautology. You don't need all over again, because deja vu means something that happened before, or a feeling that something happened before. So you don't need all over again, okay? Anyway, it was deja vu. It must have been for Jordan Grace, because she's trying to escape that TNA thing. I'm going to NXT and WWE because it's bigger. Well, here I am, trying to win the TNA Championship, the Knockouts Championship. Yeah, that's your main event. It's a TNA title, not an NXT title. No, that will be Tatum Paxley, who actually will make a really interesting idea, or rather someone's written an interesting idea for her. It's emotional, and you got Sean Spears standing there with that strange thing he does with his arms. Weird. Looking on in a paternalistic type of way, and Izzy Dame very proud and all of that. And she says she will be a fighting champ. But Izzy says, no. Not a good idea. You could lose the title, implying that she's a weak champion. But it was quite nice that it just seemed like, I've got your best interests at heart. It didn't seem sort of, I'll waffle you in the car park with a tyre iron and nick your belt. It didn't seem like that. But what Tatum Paxley wants, because there was no spin the wheel, make the deal, coal miners glove match. Awful that, wasn't it? First time we saw it. Awful. Anyway, because there was no spin the wheel, make the deal at Halloween Havoc, and people had wondered why, she was bringing it back for this show. And what she was doing was putting people's names on it, and where the wheel ends, she will fight them. Izzy Dame didn't seem very happy with this, but Wendy Chu's name was on there. I'm sure it won't land on there though, will it? Because it's been around for ages. It lands on Lola Vice. Yeah, Tatum's very happy with that. She's got that kind of, oh, I'm so delighted. It's going to get very boring, that, very soon. They're going to have to turn it. Anyway, you've got Axiom versus Jasper Troy here as the number one contender for the Speed title. And Axiom wins. Troy wins. Axiom should have won. He's really but Troy has got all of that power. He hits a world's strongest slam and a black hole slam for the pin. And actually, black hole slam for the pin. And, I didn't really care. And that's what they've done with this Speed title for the men anyway. Don't really care. Now, Kendall Gray's facing Lash Legend. Kendall Gray's the Evolve champion. Lash Legend will surely beat her up. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work out like that. So there's a crossbody and a basement dropkick from Kendall, a momentum suplex, which is very nice, an outside in stomp, which is lovely, and Lash Legend bails. Then there's an outside Kendall Gray DDT. Yeah, she's caught off the top by Lash Legend and guillotined over the top rope. But She hits a sudden fade to grey, out of nowhere seemingly, gets the pin. That's got to be an upset. The Last Legend is... They don't know what to do with her, do they? She was one of those people who was in that mix, along with... what's her name? Miss Parker, Jada Parker. All that high-stepping stuff, you know. And Lola Vice, and now they've decided to do the Lola Vice thing. So, Kendall Gray will probably... I mean, she'll continue to be Evolved Champ, and that's okay, but what did I say about Last Legend? That she couldn't use her power, she didn't beat Kendall Gray, it was a surprise, and they're not really doing anything with her. Neither are they doing anything with Miles Bourne, who I thought was going to be a big contender. He's here facing Tavian Heights. Briggs gets in to distract Tavian Heights. Bourne goes over the top on both of them. There are some good counters, and they can both wrestle. And a belly-to-belly counter for the Bourne pin. They both hug afterwards. But then there'll be some fighting, won't there? Oh, God. And then there's Tatum versus Lola Vice. It's not the main event, you see. Some mat work and a long head scissors from Lola Vice. Fatal Influence come in to cause some trouble. They beat Paxley up. And, you know, they're not going to leave it alone. Yeah, I mean, they beat Izzy Dame up first, take her out of the game, you know. Izzy Dame, out of the game. It was alright, but it was nothing special. You've had nothing special so far. This match, Kalani Jordan versus Jordan Grace, it's alright. There was a Jordan Grace headlock, which was nicely worked. There was early on, some weak competing chants. Let's go Jordan, let's go Kalani. That sort of thing. Let's go Jordan, let's go Jordan. No, I said let's go Jordan, let's go Jordan. Ah, yes, that sort of thing. Anyway, there was a slap from Jordan, and Jordan Grace thought, oh, do you know, not happy with that. But she really went for it. Kalani hit the moonsault to the outside. They've traded shots. There was Jordan Grace gave her a slap and 2 slams, because it's a seat, you see. Then there was a nice chop block, actually, from Kalani Jordan. She really pushed that sucker in. And a Jordan Grace spinebuster for a 2 count. She got a roll through for the Death Valley driver, but there was a Kalani Jordan counter and a split-legged stunner, which was very nice. She tried for the world's strongest slam, but the knee gave out, did Jordan Grace. Nasty roll through, though, for a Jordan Grace slam for a long 2 count. They said, this is awesome chant. And really, I think what you should be doing, this is awesome compared to what happened before. This is awesome. You know, that sort of thing. Because it wasn't that good. Sudden drop kick from Kalani Jordan. Grace goes up, even with a bad leg. She goes up top, gets caught. Super Spanish fly from Jordan, which is lovely, for a 2.999 recurring. Here come Trick and Saints. Oh, for God's sake. Kalani Jordan gets the belt, but then thinks, I won't use that. No, I'll take the high road. And there's a suplex from Jordan Grace. The ref is distracted. At that point, there's no DQ. They're fighting in the ring and out of the ring are Trick and Saints and Trick, and there is no DQ. So Jordan obviously thinks, well, Jordan Grace, when I didn't use the belt last time, I got suplexed and nearly pinned, so I'll use it. Smacks her behind the ref's back, gets the pin. It was alright, but only compared to what happened before. The Tatum Paxley thing is pretty good. I quite like that spin the wheel. They should continue to do that, but they'll probably forget, not do it next week. The number 1 speed contender match, what's the point? Last Legend being buried, what's the point? Bourne versus Heights, again I ask you, what is the point? Do something with them. Tatum versus Lola Vice, that was never going to come to an end, was it, or a finish? And Kalani Jordan Grace is struggling in NXT, not her fault, she's one-dimensional, but she can be utilised. Well, they haven't done that. Put her in a ridiculous feud with Blake Monroe that didn't go anywhere, and now she's back where she was. She got right back to where she started from, TNA. Kalani Jordan, on the other hand, actually has that attitude, which I really like. She's blossomed. Her in-ring stuff was always really good, but her character has come on in leaps and bounds. Well, leaps anyway. There's more time to go. And I'm sure she'll get quite a lot of time with the TNA knocker. What am I saying? She'll have a couple of weeks and then they'll put it on someone else. Because you've got to move that needle. That was what this was. Let's have them fight. several times. Let's have the wheel being spun. Let's have NXT as a main event. Hang on. No, let's have TNA as a main event. Well, isn't it NXT? Shut up! TNA! Yeah, but surely the NXT people will think that this is just a TNA. Shut up! I'm in charge! Etc., etc. And that's the way it goes. Week in, week out. At some point, surely someone other than me is going to say, we've got to change this sucker. Not NXT 2.0, but something's got to change. Because right now, it's just not working. Ta-ta.